solid. They have the range with the mid lane. They have the damage and the dive with the holding it in. I don't think Bankai will hit level 4.
Yeah, that's a good freeze to kind of deny that.
Oh my god, they're doing a lot of damage! 10 is caught first blood to Junichi, but Bright got the kill on the jungle. Zexora with a puncture away from the taunt. And that really halts Zeta's tempo.
Oh, wait. Zexora gonna be risky there. I think 10 got way too close. He was excited to get that Mountain Shocker stun off, but Bankai said, I'm in the bush. You really want to do this against me, against the Yuzhong with my Petrify?
But this kind of breaks the chain and kind of the pattern we talked about that Zeta's early game will not be the best. That Lapu Lapu was able to bag 2 kills, which means it will be quite fast to contest the objectives. Uh-oh. Right? Close by the Katsu. Wings by Wings will save him.
Good save on the Purify. Stays patient with it. 10's already walking back up. Zexora, they're gonna build up the stacks. That's a Black Dragon for him. That should be a free turtle already. Zeta division. That was their window when they had the lead on Lapu.
No. Not gonna be the fun start the Zeta division wanted, but let's see if they maybe somehow could. They still have it in them to pull off a surprise pick, but it's going to be a little bit harder now because Zone seems to be just committing a lot of rotations together as a team. The Kalea and the Lancelot actually doing a lot of work to make sure that Kenny gets farmed fast.
Hand cam by Real Me, as I believe is Zexora's hand cam.
Ooh.
Very quick. On the Lancelot. Yeah. Get those blades going. But yeah, so far, Team Zone is able to stabilize that lead that Zeta Division was able to get. But that was only to Junichi. So again, it's Junichi always becoming the anchor for Zeta Division. It was in the previous game, it was with the Yuzhong, and now with the Lapu Lapu. But let's see, how far can he go with the Lapu Lapu? With the Yuzhong, it's very easy to rotate. It's very easy to be close to proximity with your teammate. But as a Lapu Lapu, you kind of have to stand your ground by yourself. And so it looks like Zeta Division, they kind of want to take down TC, but it's not the best.
Okay, it's going a little bit better here for Zeta Division. With the comparison of the items. Any interesting things that y'all want to point out?
Yeah, CC and Lapu still going for War Axe first. Yeah, I thought the Fury Hammer will be built up first by K and then into the War Axe, and same goes for Junichi here. But it's still just going to be the War Axe rush. I don't know if we're going to see different itemizations later. But Kenny will still be on the Glowing Wand duty. So is Katsu. They're still going to stick with the Glowing Wand. All right.
Wait, I have a question though. Is this just them saying, yeah, it's still okay, or is it them kind of out of touch with the meta?
I think it's because of how the composition looks right now. Like, they just don't have gold on the roamers to build up the dominance quickly. So they still need that early anti-regen from the mid laner, who's getting more gold, so technically faster build-up.
It's like these two teams also put a lot of priority. Oh, right!
Wow, that is Purify burnt out. But Kenny has to burn out Flicker.
Yeah. And Bright did not come into Tsunami Slam. That was Katsu burning his Purify as a freakish reaction to it.
Yep, turtle take now. Kani will be close by. Gonna zone out the players of Zone. But look at K. So much damage. Black Dragon form in the back.
It's on as well. Tsunami Slam comes down as well. Thorn Rose, the Retribution with the Petrify in the back. But Kai was able to peel for the team. And that means Kenny is free to hit them all. Buivinet's low. And K gets the pick on Katsu.
Beautiful front to back from Team Zone. I thought that was going to be the end of them because Bankai was taken down 10. Eyed by Zexora. He's going to go for the bunker.
Oh
my lord.
A little bit of a oohs and ahs from the crowd with 10 being able to get away just in time. And if Zeta Division aren't careful, Kenny is going to have to add an S at the end of his name because he's just going to keep popping heads here with him being able to freely free hit. Freely hit.
Oh my. Speaking of crowd, we do have quite a bit of a crowd here. Eyeing the wildcard teams, we do have a guy with the Onyx jersey as well, Onyx merch. I think he's looking for Onyx next opponent.
Could be.
He's scouting for the community.
Yeah. Community report. Some way.
And now it's really good stuff, by the way. They don't have a single objective. They haven't been able to trade because they've just gone to fight around these neutral objectives.
There needs to be a lot more talking as well from Junichi and Kani. Similar to what we saw from Zone, where Bankai and Bright seem to be alternating in terms of maximizing all of their crowd control. Zeta needs to do the same thing because it seems like Jun and Kani are just going, hey, we both see an opportunity, so we'll both go for it. But that makes Katsu sad, that makes Buivinet sad.
Gonna have to move as a unit now. Action pulse. Wings by wings.
Yeah, I don't know about using the resources on K here. He has the Vengeance, pops it. That is all. Got 4 ultimates, man. And they get a turret up top? No, just a bit of damage.
Vexora is gonna push it though. Creates a segue play up top, and Bankai will gonna camp that purple buff. But
Oh, they're gonna
on the
get the
7th
turret.
minute-
Oh, that's painful.
Yeah, on the 7th minute, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, that's not the trade that you want after getting a high-profile kill like that. It's you being too greedy to try and get a kill to balance things out, but then Team Zone making even a much better macro play across the map. And that is going to mean every objective on this side of the map is going to be a hard time for ZETA Division every time.
Yeah, no control here. Hold on, Turtle. That's going to be the Tsunami Slam. Locking him down. K doing a lot of damage. Again, Zexora with the red trip. Electrified Furious dive. Baiting out the Purify from Wimonette. Zexora in the back. Again, punctures away. While the backline was distracted by him.
This is so beautiful from Team Zone. So flexible. They have the front to back with the Kimmy and the CC, and then they have to dive too with the Lancelot and the Yuzong on Bankai. Look at K just hitting 10. Almost beating him to a pulp. So far, Team Zone, they have control. So much control.
Double buff.
That is not going to be good. 10 has been starving and now will continue to starve in this game for buffs and resources. While Team Zone can just keep up the aggression. They're playing the macro really well. Again, we did not get to see the interchange of crowd control from Kani and June. It was just all dive, all go, and that made it easy for Bankai to set things up. Even though there was an initial 2-for-1 lead in favor, actually, of ZETA Division, because of ZXR's easy dive straight to the back, that lead just immediately went away.
Exactly.
Item build. Bankai still with the Hunter Strike, so not really going for the War Axe. He's gonna need more damage for that. Sky Piercer, though, for Kenny. At least he's gonna farm it, but still on 2 kills. Fraction Pulse.
Oh my god, they're gonna go. Whoa! All right, on to Junichi. Yeah, instant AOG. Wimonette punishes way too overzealous Bright.
So far, Zexora has been functioning as kind of like a split pusher. With the
Yeah.
Lancelot activating the far lanes, and that kind of makes it a division quite wary of those side lanes. They kind of they have to address a few members up top, down bottom, but so far it's working for Team Zone. Like
Yeah.
they have prio down bottom and then up top too. It's gonna be a slow push building for them.
Yeah, because of the constant split push by ZXora, it's like they can afford those little, wait, what are you doing, place? That we just saw
Compensated.
an example of. Yeah, they're compensating.
Yeah.
You know? It's part of the game, right? We've always been saying that. It's just trading. Make sure we're getting a good thing if a bad thing happens. So, but maybe they want to minimize the bad things just a little bit.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe
Not
Floppy.
too good, yeah.
not too good.
Sometimes good, sometimes, well, shout out to football fans who knows the
Oi, oi.
referees.
That is a big traction pulse, buddy. If it gets Junichi, your frontliner, that much HP, K has
Okay.
vengeance. Wimonette's jumping on it, but K doesn't care. Freelord over Junichi. That's an AOG. Oh no! Kenny's just gonna go for the free hits, and Zexora jumps the puncture in the back. Wimonette's low! Thorn Rose by Zexora doesn't even need to land the puncture for the reset.
Beautiful reactive flicker from Kenny. Farms down the players of ZETA Division. This Kimmy hurts a lot. Let's take a look at that mid turret taken down. They have the Lord up top too. Win rate prediction by Realme 15 Pro.
That is very generous.
Yeah.
62%, 74%
Oh, there we go.
now.
Okay,
Real time.
That's,
time.
By Realme.
that's fact right there.
That's a little bit more accurate. While for Team Zone, man, they've we talked about experience. The experience of ZXora alone from ZETA Division's overall experience, and I feel like that's what we've seen this entire series so far, especially in this game as well, with him on the Lancelot and leading the charge.
And he isn't even that flashy with the Lancelot in this
yeah.
game. He's structured. He's activating the lanes. He's playing it on a much more macro, point of view. Efficient, like you said.
Okay, that's a Tsunami Slam over on Kani. The AOG gets him out of there. That means it's going to be free for Zexora. They jump into the back line now. Purify out from Wimonette. The Mountain Shocker doesn't land. Zexora still having the resets. Will be able to go on 10. Oh, one more basic attack. But with that, that's enough zoning to get a mid-turret down. Wimonette able to dash away from the traction pulse. 10. Trying to clear the wave here for the second. But now 10! Oh, what? He jumps in with the Traceless onto 4 of Team Zone's members.
A defensive tool used offensively without any follow-up. That is a misplay from 10. Not the best series for him, but this game
That was a fat finger
engraved
moment.
it even more.
For
Fat
sure.
finger moment. Yeah, might be.
It has to be, right? There's no way you would intentionally dive into 4.
That was definitely more like a 3 than a 10. Sorry, 10. we saw it. Got him 4K. Could be jitters, could be experience, who knows. Again, no, the early to mid game was handled a little bit better by ZETA Division, but then over time it was just Team Zone showing up. Based on everything that we've already seen from game one, just how well that they've been playing. Now, ZETA, the recovery here has to be drastic.
Yeah, no purifying Blue Net. Oh my god, tossed around. Connie trying to survive now, puncture in. They're going to take it as slow as they can. They've already got 2 base turrets, and usually that's enough. But Team Zone want to end the game, I feel. That's a mountain shotgun landing. Buncash able to escape. Now Connie caught in the mobilization as Sora jumps into the back with a puncture again. That's some execution. Sora not landing. Connie falling to the sky piercer of Kenny, who's now unstoppable. And they are going to stay in the base. Academy in open now. Sora with zone rolls again. Tsunami slam over. Kenny is a monster in game 2. A 10,000 gold lead. Bankai tries to go in, but will finally be punished, and Team Zone will finally be pushed out of the base.
They're gonna have to go back because they have no minion waves pushing for them. They're gonna go for the Lord. The wiser choice. Instead of going and forcing the end up top, it's going to be defended by ZETA Division. They are still yet to crack that turret wide open for Team Zone, but they will play it meticulously. They play it slow because they need this win.
It's one of those scenarios where ZETA Division are banking on a Team Zone mistake. That's really the only way that they could get back into this. Of course, if someone from Team Zone has an error, then ZETA needs to capitalize on it. But with the lead that Team Zone has, easier said than done. And I also don't see Team Zone making mistakes at this point in the game. They know they have the lead. They have done everything right so far for, let's say, the past 6 minutes. No errors.
Not at all.
Yep.
And it's a 10,000 gold lead, really, right? Like, it isn't just going to be a mistake. It has to be like 5 members in the Falcon type of mistake for this to be turned around. Oh, yikes. This looks like it's going to be the final siege of the game, man. Black Dragon form already, Moimanen. Oh, he's doing a lot of damage when he gets petrified. Distraction pulls as well. Sora in the back zoning him away. Kind of doing a good job to bait out the aggro of the Lord up top, but that means the base turret will fall. That's a quicker Tsunami Slam. 10 will fall. That's an AOG. Locking Sora down. Moimanen still doing a lot of damage. Wait, this could be it. Hold on. But Kenny fully stacked up on the Sky Piercer now. K in the back. Another for Kenny on a triple. Winter Crown by K. As Kenny buys the immortality, might be looking to stat pad a bit more as Moimanen jumps in, but it will be a clean sweep for Team